they care as much? How do you scale fandom?
The community for OnePlus is its biggest asset. And I've never seen a community quite so dedicated. We're like these anchor points for these super techie nerds. And they've never gotten any company that talked to them like we do. So we're very unique in that respect.
Grassroots brands usually have a very loyal audience at first that's basically behaving like a cult, if you will. As you scale your audience and your community, you go further and further away from the epicenter of what the brand promise maybe was to the initial user audience.
We try to keep everyone happy as much as we can, but yeah, sometimes it's difficult to have like a very clear direction.
What's really important is to have that face-to-face interaction where we can really get into it. Dialogue with people, and that's why we call it the Open Ears Forum. In the last few years, we've come a long way in terms of our customer support, but we appreciate that there's still things that we need to improve.
What our fans would think about how we're growing, hopefully they'll be proud and they will feel like they've also been a part of it and it's also their baby. So when they'll see our phones everywhere in the future, they'll be proud of the fact that they had a hand in helping make this happen.
At OnePlus, your feedback helps us make better phones. So we're asking you to make our advertising better too. Just comment below this video or send us your suggestions. You can suggest whatever you like. We'll pick the things we love the most and keep making new versions of our ad until we end up with a brand new film to launch the OnePlus 6. OnePlus, never settle. Excuse me, Gressa.
How do you go? Who wouldn't want the best smartphone of the year?
With past releases behind them, OnePlus set out on a path to again bring the community closer, gathering their feedback and inviting them to events, meetups, and their first global on-stage launch with the OnePlus 5T.
What's up, New York? I think the only way to win people back is to consistently perform well for a long time.
In a month, we'll be celebrating our 4th anniversary, but it feels way longer than that because so many things have happened.
As a product company, you are only as good as your last product.
And earlier this year, we released the OnePlus 5. It represented everything that we learned and was our most complete phone ever. We don't believe in new and different technologies if they don't provide a meaningful user benefit. And this is our approach with the T-line.
logical end of this story should be the birth of something that is sustainable. Can you keep up this level of innovation? Can you keep scaling? Is it a flash in the pan? Is it a short-term thing? So I think that what I hope to see as this story continues and evolves is something that is built to last and not just built, to capture people's imagination in a short period of time. So I think sustaining and scaling and building something that is lasting is going to be the challenge going forward, and I hope that's where the story ends.
Today is a really big day for us. We're 4 years old, and over the past 4 years, it's been your constant feedback and suggestions that have held us accountable. When we've done the wrong things, you've told us, and you've cheered upon us when we did the right things. You genuinely want to see us become stronger and improve. So I really hope this can continue, and that OnePlus can become a stronger and stronger company and make you proud.
Please welcome to the stage the co-founder of OnePlus, Carl Pei.
Thank you. What's up, London? It's great to see so many of you here. And also welcome to everyone watching us around the world. Wherever you are, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. I can see a few familiar faces here today, as well as a lot of new ones. We usually engage with our community online, so it's so nice to be able to see so many of you here in person. We're really excited today because we're launching not just one, but 2 new products. That's right. Today, we have 2 new products for you. The title of this event is The Speed You Need. That's because we believe that the pursuit of the ultimate speed is what all new technology should strive for. Your device should be able to deliver whatever you need, whenever you need it, and it should do so as swiftly and smoothly as one thought flows into another. With that in mind, let's begin. Okay, so first things first, what's been happening with us? 2017 was a very significant year for OnePlus. We launched the OnePlus 5, which was incredibly well received. At its peak, we were selling over 7,000 OnePlus 5s per minute globally. In India, the OnePlus 5 was the best-selling premium smartphone on Amazon within the first month of its launch. It became our most successful product ever. That is, until later in the year, when we launched the 5T. Although multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns have their uses for some companies, at OnePlus, we take a different approach. For us, it's about two things. Obviously, one is about having a great product, and the other is word of mouth. Whether you would recommend our products to your friends and family. This was the original idea behind OnePlus, and it's still the same idea now. In fact, it's even reflected in the name OnePlus, where the one is the product, and the plus, the word of mouth, the sharing. OnePlus means a good product shared among friends. As an example of word of mouth, this year PC Mag ran a Reader's Choice survey where they asked their readers which smartphones they would recommend to friends and family. And the result? OnePlus was voted the most beloved smartphone brand of the year, earning a satisfaction rating of 9.4. We're extremely proud of these figures because they validate our belief that as long as we focus on creating good products, we'll get good word of mouth, and the rest will take care of itself. We've evolved a good deal in the past 4 years. Our mission is to share the best technology with as many people as possible, and over the years, we found more and more partners that support that mission. And here they are. I wanted to take a moment to thank them for all that we've achieved together. Take one example. In Finland, we partnered with Elisa, the country's biggest mobile operator. Together, we made OnePlus their top-selling smartphone every single month for the past 17 months. What's the secret? There's no mystery to it. The key lies in focus. OnePlus's only focus is in creating the best flagship phones, and we're the only brand to exclusively use Qualcomm's 800 series flagship processors, for which we also have one of the highest shipment volumes of globally. Okay, so now let's look ahead and launch the first new product of today. At OnePlus, we've always believed that you shouldn't simply jump on trends. We have a rule that we will only create products if we can do better than what's out there, because that's the expectation that people have on us. And this is the reason why we haven't offered you a wireless audio product yet. We spent the last 2 years prototyping different wireless earphones, but we've never really been satisfied to release any of them until now. Now, we think that we finally have something that's worth bringing to the world. So now I'm proud to introduce our first new product of today, Bullets Wireless. Do you like what you see? If they are well designed, you don't think about a pair of earphones when you're wearing them. The light aluminum shells that we use for the Bullets Wireless are just the precise weight to make them heavy enough to ensure a secure, ergonomic fit without causing discomfort. A stretch-resistant wire connects the bullets, and the battery part, it rests on your neck. They're enabled with Google Assistant, which works really well in a wireless experience. Type me a shopping list, read me the news, Tell me a joke.
What did the marlin say to the swordfish? You're looking sharp.
And now for the really cool part. They're magnetic. When you put them together, they power off. To switch them on, you just separate them. Thank you. There's also a magnetic resume feature, which means that when you separate them, not only do they turn on, they also continue playing your music exactly where you left off. And you can also answer calls using this feature. Just separate the earphones to answer the call. Thank you. These features are also backwards compatible with OnePlus 5 and newer devices. And one of the biggest frustrations that we had with wireless earphones is that they run out of battery too quickly. And have you ever noticed how it always seems to happen when we need them the most? And slow charge speeds only make the problem worse. So we've solved this by bringing one of our most loved smartphone features to the Bullets Wireless. Some of you might have guessed it, fast charging. With the Bullets Wireless, you'll only have to charge them for 10 minutes to get up to 5 hours of listening time. Charge them for 10 minutes and use them for up to 5 hours. 10 minutes gives you 5 hours. And the fact that they automatically power off as soon as you put them together means they never end up using power needlessly. And because the fast charge functionality is fully embedded in the earphones, you can charge them with any standard USB Type-C cable. Pretty amazing, right? By doing this, we've solved one of the biggest pain points when it comes to wireless earphones. And now, let's talk about sound. As well as featuring aptX for improved audio quality, each earphone is also fitted with an energy tube. With regular earphones, the sound waves coming from the sound unit bounce around in all directions, causing distortion. The energy tube, however, absorbs those interfering sound waves, meaning that only the sound waves that are traveling in a direction we want them to travel reaches you. And this is what gives you a clearer reproduction. Of course, sound can also be quite subjective, and earphones usually come sealed in a box, so it's really not easy to test a pair. And because we wanted to give you a sense of the Bullets wireless experience, we asked a few musicians and producers to try them out in a blind test. So let's check it out.
They feel okay. Feel cool, so.
I would say like a little thin.
I wouldn't mind a little more treble up there, like the higher.
It sounds clear, it sounds balanced, not a lot of power.
Mostly like the top range.
I don't know, I feel like I'm not being surrounded by the sound.
I need my cranium vibrating.
I would say that these would be like, you know, kind of entry level.
Ooh. They swallow up the whole ear. I can hear the bass now.
I'm getting all the warm mids and the bass.
That's it.
And everything feels warm. Everything feels good.
Yes, I hear the treble so well. And then that bass isn't distorting.
I like these a lot more than the first pair.
These are lighter than the ones I was just listening to.
But these feel like, you know, when the doctor like looks in your ears.
The sound is a little thinner than the first or the second one.
The lows are beastly.
But the clarity on these
is nice. It's just not giving you the power.
Like chunky bass and kind of dominating lower mids.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm marking over there.
Are these the ones that I like?
Yeah, wow.
Oh, this is nice.
And the fact that they just look like normal earbuds is crazy to me. Okay, Google, buy me these.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't heard about them until today, but they should take over.
Compliments to the chef.
The boom bap is right here.
We think we finally created a product that meets our standards. Bullets Wireless. A secure and comfortable design, magnetic control, fast charging, and exceptional sound quality. Now, for the price. We're pleased to say that the Bullets Wireless will retail at £69, €69, and $69. They'll be available starting June 5th. But just one thing though, I wonder, if you can connect your earphones using Bluetooth, you don't need a headphone jack anymore, do you? We'll get to that later. So, that's the Bullets Wireless. Okay, now, it's time for the second new product of today. Are you ready? We're going to start by showing you all the specs in 1 minute, just to get them out of the way. We do this because for us, a product is much more than just the specs. It's about how every piece of hardware and software works together to create an experience that's greater than the sum of its parts. And that's what really excites us. But let's get ready for the specs. This is one of the most impressive spec sheets you're going to see this year. And there's quite a few things worth calling out here. The OnePlus 6 comes with the latest Snapdragon 845 processor and the Adreno 630 GPU. It comes with up to 8 gigabytes of RAM and up to 256 gigabytes of storage. On the networking front, it now supports 4x4 MIMO and dual SIM. The screen, it's 6.28 inches. And the camera now has both OIS and EIS. We heard you loud and clear on the OIS part. It comes with 16 and 20 megapixel dual cameras, both with apertures of f1.7. The phone is also water resistant to daily risks of splashes and weather. And yes, there's still a headphone jack. Okay, so those are the specs. And now, this is the OnePlus 6. looks pretty good, doesn't it? With the OnePlus 6, we focused on one thing above all else: speed. And the result? This is the fastest flagship experience OnePlus has ever created. So let's take a closer look. As you can see, the front is almost all screen. The OnePlus 6 features our largest display yet at 6.28 inches. The phone itself is almost the exact same size as our previous phones, and it remains just as easy to hold and to use. We haven't made the phone larger, we've just given you more screen. Also, the navigation bar can now be replaced with gesture control, freeing up even more space for an even cleaner look. Simply swipe up in the middle of the screen for home, or swipe up to the left or the right for back. All the features you love, like the front-facing camera, the earpiece, the ambient light sensor, the notifications LED, they're still all there. The volume rocker and SIM tray are on the left, and on the right, over the power button, and above it, the alert slider. In display terms, our goal with the OnePlus 6 was to offer you as much screen as possible without compromising any of the tech you love. And now to the design, which this time has involved some of our boldest and most ambitious work to date. The result represents a balance between simplicity, comfort, and quality. There's a simplicity to this design. It's clean and uncluttered, giving you as much screen as possible. The camera sits in the middle of the device for perfect symmetry. To ensure it's as comfortable to hold as possible, it has smoothly rounded corners and a gently curved back. And as for quality, the immaculate craftsmanship of the glass build adds elegance and smoothness to the design. So let's check it out.
We started by examining the properties of glass. What makes glass unique, pristine, desirable? We dialed in the precise combination of steps needed to create individual sheets of glass. Each sheet takes 40 steps from start to finish to meet the highest standard for strength, clarity, and beauty. We designed a special process to fit multi-layered film underneath the glass. This film, just 1 micrometer thick, is imbued with stunning textures and finished with 6 layers of anti-glare coating. We then complete the process by applying a gentle curve to the edge of the glass, which not only increases durability, but also creates a 3-dimensional effect that accentuates our signature horizon line. A singular achievement in fit, form, and polish. Crafted without compromise.